The Kindle Paperwhite is a wonderful ebook reader made by Amazon that allows you to read thousands of books on the go. While a lot of us still enjoy the smell and feel of a physical book, having the ability to transport any book you want on the go in a compact device is a pretty amazing feat and extremely convenient. Hi guys, my name is Manny Rataul, and today we'll be reviewing the Amazon Paperwhite Kindle to see if this is the best ebook reader for you, or if you should consider alternatives that might be better suited for your use case. To save you guys some time, I'm going to give you my recommendation up front. If you're in the market for an ebook reader, then the Kindle Paperwhite is an excellent solution for you guys. The Warmlight is an amazing experience and allows you to read at night without having blue light affect your eyes or your sleep. Also, the 17 LEDs is a step up from the 4 LEDs base model, so the brightness is more uniform without any dark spots at all. And not to mention, the battery life on the Kindle Paperwhite is absolutely amazing. I myself have gone over 3.5 weeks on a single charge, but some people have been able to go up to 6 weeks. So unlike a tablet or phone where you have to charge every day, this you pretty much only do on a monthly basis. However, if you're used to having an iPad mini or reading off a tablet, then you might want to save your $120 and probably just purchase more ebooks or a subscription instead. And if you're still watching, we'll go into a more detailed review now of the Paperwhite Kindle. And if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post weekly videos on productivity and tech related stuff. So hit that notification bell to keep in touch and up to date with all the new content. So first off, we're going to start off with the build of the actual Paperwhite. As you can see, it is a very compact and sleek device with a 6.8-inch adjustable Warmlight display. The device is actually quite compact and only weighs 205 grams, and the Paperwhite is actually water resistant, so it can be submerged in water up to 2 meters for 30 minutes. So if you do find yourself in the rain or outdoors with a little bit of wetness, Paperwhite will survive that without any issues. Now, the actual dimensions of the Paperwhite is 6.9 inches tall, 4.9 inches wide, and only 1/3 of an inch thick, and with a USB-C port on the bottom. So USB-C is great for fast charging and is consistent with all the new technology that's out there. And the only button on the Paperwhite is the on-off button at the bottom. Everything is controlled through the touchscreen on the Kindle. And the bezels on the display are actually seamless, so there is no differentiation between the bezel and the display. And the rear of the device is actually a soft grip, so if you do get sweaty hands or if you're holding this for a long time, you won't have to worry about the Kindle falling out of your hands. It's actually quite a comfortable experience. And the 6.8-inch display is roughly 1200 by 1600 pixels in resolution. So it's a very, very crisp display. You won't really have to worry about that with text, but if you are worried about any pixelated graphics within a book that you're reading, you don't have to worry about that at all. And also in terms of illumination, the display gets pretty bright with 17 LEDs compared to the base model that only has 4 LEDs. As a front lit display. Now moving on to the reading experience itself, the one thing that differentiates the Paperwhite compared to the base model Kindle is the ability to have a Warmlight display. For those who are not familiar, Warmlight refers to the reduction or elimination of blue light emitted by a display. Studies have shown that blue light, especially before sleeping, can have effects on your sleep schedule, and for certain individuals, blue light is actually sensitive to the eyes, so that might cause headaches or migraines. Now with the Kindle, you have the option of reading with or without Warmlight, and you can actually schedule it manually. So if you find yourself reading at night before bed, you can turn that Warmlight on and you won't have any issues. Personally, I always use Warmlight. It's easier on the eyes, and the display is actually quite crisp and great, and it allows me to read every book as if I'm reading a regular book, but with perfect illuminance. Now, in terms of the book catalog on the Amazon Paperwhite, it is same as all other Kindles. You have access to Kindle's online database of books, and this device in particular is 8 GB in storage, so you can actually store thousands of books on here without any issues at all. Storage. And the great thing is it can be done wirelessly. Yes, the Paperwhite actually comes with a Wi-Fi adapter built in, so you don't actually have to physically connect to your laptop or computer to download books. All you got to do is simply go on the home page of the Kindle, or you can do it wirelessly through your phone and go to the Amazon Kindle app and download to there and transfer all the books onto the Paperwhite. Very, very simple. So in terms of actually reading on the Kindle, as I mentioned before, there are no buttons. So in order to navigate a book, you have to use the touchscreen. And it's quite seamless. All you got to do is simply touch the right or left side of the screen to flip between pages. Another great feature that the Kindle Paperwhite has is the ability to change the orientation, the text, the font, and the size of the letters of the book that you're reading. So unlike a physical book where you're restricted to what you have, you can modify all these settings within the Kindle to suit your reading experience. I personally sometimes like to read in a landscape mode with larger font, Or if it's a large book, I want to reduce the number of pages, I'll simply change the font size to very small just to make my life a little easier. The great thing is that it's customizable to your liking. Now, another amazing feature about the Kindle Paperwhite is the ability to take notes while reading the book. So some people, if you're reading a nonfiction book or sometimes even a textbook, like to take notes on a pen and pad. With this, you can actually take notes within the page that you're reading. All you got to do is simply highlight the segment and a text box will pop up and you actually type in what you like to write and then you can refer to it at any point. Not limited to notes. If there is a word that comes up that you don't know what it means, you simply highlight it, select it, and a dictionary will pop up and let you know exactly what it means. The dictionary in the Kindle is actually quite comprehensive and spans over 46 languages, so not restricted to just English books. So if you're reading a French book, a Russian book, or a Spanish book, there will be a dictionary that will help you understand what the meaning of those words are. So it's great even if you're learning a new language or if you like dabbling in different literature across the world. Very neat features in this Kindle. Now, another cool feature in the Paperwhite Kindle is that the memory allows you to switch between books and it will actually remember where you left off. So you don't have to worry about reading a book and if you get bored of the book and switching over and if you want to come back, you have to remember the page off the top of your head. Don't worry about that. The Kindle will remember where you left off. Now, in terms of bookmarks are very convenient, and that feature is also available in the Paperwhite Kindle. So you can establish bookmarks in different segments of the book you're reading or textbook you're reading and refer back to it without any issues at all. Now, the display on the Paperwhite Kindle is a little bit different from standard tablets. It's an e-ink display. So that means you can actually be in direct sunlight reading without having to worry about glare. So it's a very, very cool feature, especially if you're reading outside or outdoors in the sun. You don't have to worry about glare affecting your reading experience. It's actually one of the biggest advantages of having an ebook reader, a dedicated ebook reader, compared to reading on your smartphone or a tablet. Now, the user interface on the Kindle Paperwhite is very, very basic. You have 2 pages. One is your recommendations and one is your library. Between your recommendations, you can actually download books from Amazon's website directly onto your Kindle, and your library obviously houses all the books that you have downloaded on the device. My only issue on this e-reader itself is that it's not very smooth in terms of navigation and scrolling. So because it's an ebook reader and not an actual tablet, there will be a little bit of a lag, but the great thing is that you're going to spend most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time within a book, and the only thing you're going to be doing there is switching between pages. So the refresh between pages is actually quite fast and smooth. So now I'd like to touch on the ecosystem and the library associated with the Paperwhite. And you have Amazon's book collection, which literally stores millions of books available for you to download and read. Now, in order to do that, you do have to subscribe to either Amazon Prime or Amazon Kindle Unlimited. You can pay per book use, but my recommendation, it's actually cheaper to just subscribe to Prime. It gives you options of both delivery and video as well in that model. I actually have a link in the description for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime that will include ebooks. Now, the biggest drawback is that the Amazon Kindle does not support overdrive. So you're restricted to the ecosystem that Amazon provides with you. So for Canadian users, if you like using Libby and borrowing books from the library, you cannot download those onto your Kindle. You will unfortunately have to either use a tablet like an iPad, or the alternative to the Kindle is the Kobo reader. I don't have the Kobo reader, so I would be unfair for me to compare between the Kindle and the Kobo. But in terms of actual library, you will be restricted to just Amazon's. Now, not to say that's a bad thing. Like I said, millions of books available and free to download if you subscribe to the subscription. Now, to close off the review, would I recommend the Paperwhite Kindle? And the answer is yes. Like I said, if you're an avid reader, and especially if you find yourself reading at night, the Warmlight is a great feature to have, especially if you are sensitive to blue light. Now, other than that, there are other alternatives. So you do have the base model Kindle that just came out recently with its new model. The difference is that it only has 4 LEDs and it does not have the warm light. So the display brightness isn't as uniform and you're not going to get that warm light feature at night. Now, if you are using an iPad mini or another tablet, I would say probably save your money. Stick to reading on those models. You can save yourself around $130. You don't have to upgrade. But the added feature for the Kindle Paperwhite, like I said in the review, is that the battery life is just phenomenal. You can go up to 6 weeks without having to worry about charging, and it's extremely light. So all in all, it's an amazing e-reader, and it has a collection of books in the millions. So you don't have to worry about a shortage of books to read with the Paperwhite. So whether you're an avid reader or if you want to get into reading, the Paperwhite is an excellent solution for you guys. Now, if you are interested in purchasing the Paperwhite or subscribing to Prime or Kindle Limited, I have the links in the description box below. Let me know if you end up purchasing the Paperwhite and what books you're going to be reading first. Put it in the comments and let me know. But I'm going to conclude this video. So until next time, peace.